Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right. I think we're good now. I think it's all good. I think it's loaded up, and I think we're ready to go here. I got to do all the startup, everything. I just had the batteries and stuff on. But I got to do everything here. Before I do that, though, I got to get connected. Guys, I am so out of it right now. That all just threw me for a loop here. Call sign 1598. Boeing 738. Just get connected here to Vatsim. All right, everyone's loading in. Got Solaris to my right. Got one there. All right, fantastic. So you got tower online, approach online. Got an ATIS up, so it looks promising here. I'm not going to worry about the checklist at this specific time. Got my pre-departure clearance. So, okay, let me get this stuff. I'm just trying to get everything in order, guys. I do apologize. Everything works fine when I'm not trying to go live, and then everything goes crazy when I try. That's always how it is, though. Always how it is. Okay, let's see here. Fuel today is we're looking at 10.8, so we'll put that in as fuel. Zero fuel weight's going to be 2.4-ish. So about 20. Okay, so 21. There we go. Tow 23.2. That's close enough. We'll take that. We'll open the doors here. Port entry. Port service. Aft service. And cargo doors open. And we'll start the ground crew already. And we'll call the fuel truck. Get this up because we'll need that. Alright, we did get our pre-departure clearance here. We can go and set our... Turn the panel brightness up here. I don't want to hear your noisy vacuum. Alright. Let's get my 0, 7, 1, 1. And towers on 118.45. So go ahead and tune that here. ATIS 121.250. Let's go and grab the ATIS while we're at it.
Orlando International Airport ATIS information Foxtrot 2353 Zulu. Wind 230 at 4. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 2,700. Ceiling 16,000 broken. 2,000 broken. Temperature 24. 2.21. Altimeter 299.4. Visual approach runways 18 right, 17 left, and 17 right in use. Departing runway 18 left and 17 right. North is 2 airmen. East in use. SQC. Bird activity in area. Include your calciner readbacks. Upon receipt of your ATC clearance, read back only your squawk code. Advise on initial contact. You have information Foxtrot.
Alright, information Foxtrot's on board. We're taking the McCoy to departure, no transitions here. Route. Next, and then we're going straight to Guano. There it is, direct to Feman. FEMON. Put that in there. And getting on board Quebec 87. Getting off Quebec 87 at J. Ross. And direct Mulls. ULLS. Hello everybody. Again, do apologize for that issue that we had on the other stream. They tried to run up something. Something just went all kind of haywire on that one. I don't even know. Don't even know at this point. JFK. Then we're going to arrive into Boston here. 407. JFK transition. We'll expect... so we're not an ILS on 9. Okay. We'll just do it 4 right for now. That's fine. That's fine. Make sure there's no discontinuities. Fantastic. Activate. Fantastic. Okay. Let's see here. Index performance. Waiting for our fuel to get on board here. Stop that and start that. Overhead panel. Get all this stuff activated and working appropriately as it should be. And we're going at 35,000 feet today. Fantastic. Okay, electric pumps on, yaw dampener on. Waiting for that. Window heat's coming on. Trim air, auto. Pew bleed. Let's see now. Fasten seatbelts on. Times auto. And hello, TK009. About 1 minute till we hit our... Oop. What in the world? What just happened? Why did it just flip upside down? Oh my gosh. I don't... If we make it to Boston, I'm going to be honestly surprised. At this rate. At this rate, I'm going to be honestly surprised. Alright, fuel's still getting on board here. Let's see what our reserves are. First page. 3.2, 3.3, I should say.
Tower, JetBlue 1150K7 ready for push.
Cost index 36.
JetBlue 1150 Orlando Tower, call for taxi. Alright, we'll do. 1150.
50. Upward climb. Well, let's see what the average wind is. 262 at 6.4. Top of climb OAT. Outside temperature at top of climb here. Negative 48. All right. Alrighty. Man. Wait for that to finish here. I just feel all out of sorts, guys. I just feel so out of sorts here. Let's see, better push back. And I believe it's going to be, we're going to be heading over here. 17, right? So we can expect to push back. We'll push back to about right there.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
All right, fantastic. Waiting for that fuel to finish here. I need 10.8, and I currently have 10 on board. Just waiting for the fuel.
Southwest 359, inbound 17 right, visual 8 miles. Southwest 359, Orlando Tower, wind 2304, runway 17 right, clear to land. 17 right, Southwest 359.
All right, we are going to be on the McCoy departure. We'll maintain 5,000 till released.
Orlando Tower, Solaris 1599, request push and start.
There is Captain K-Man.
I've missed the call sign, but pushes at your discretion. You guys can just call for taxi.
I knew that. It's in your PDC, Captain K-Man. It's in your PDC. All right. Let's see.
Tower, Solaris 5599, heavy's ready to taxi.
All right, 10.8's on board. 22.6.
Solaris 1599. That's 5599.
Why is it not letting me?
Solaris 5599
cruise
heavy,
center, okay.
Orlando Tower. Runway 18 right, taxi via Alpha, altimeter 29904.
Take off.
Via Alpha, altimeter 29904.
5.
5599 heavy.
Get all that done. Legs, execute.
I swear I didn't pick confusing call signs on purpose. Nah, I should have realized one of you is heavy and the other one's not.
Oh man, it's already started. Not really. No. The only way you can do that is through Smart Copilot, and yeah, that's not a very reliable program. It's very difficult to use too. So 2, 3, 4, 5, release.
14 looking for IFR up to Indianapolis.
PDC, sir. PDC.
Solaris 1614, Orlando Tower. Cleared to Indianapolis Airport, Orlando for departure, then is filed. Maintain 5,000.
Ground to
Expect
cockpit.
flight
Plan
3010
acknowledged.
minutes
Call me
after
through the
departure.
menu when you are ready.
Departure frequency 124.8. Squawk 0702.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
24.8.
Cleared to Indianapolis via the Orlando 4, then is filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect 3605 minutes after. Departure radio 124.8.
Got a baby in the background.
Squawking 0702.
Jeez.
Solaris 1614 is back correct. Call for taxi. Runway 17 right.
All right. Nice. But get yourself a Hemi Challenger. Good for you, sir.
Southwest 359, first right on hotel, Golf 1 into the airside. Good night.
Okay, all
Alright,
doors
I
and
started
hatches
my
are closed.
tracking client.
Ready to connect.
I started my tracking client. First roke and rudder, roke and rudder. Oh lord, yoke and rudder pedal on Thursday. Pretty excited. I would be too, sir. They are fantastic to have. All right. Nope. APB
Southwest
on.
359 north on hotel, Golf 1 into
That's
the airside.
off. Road's coming on.
Roger, north on hotel, Golf 1 to the airside. 359.
Charge of 1150, Bravo 1, Special Bravo 4, right of attack.
Triple 1150, runway 18.
Oh, we should probably close the doors, shouldn't we?
Charlie, altimeter 29904.
Charlie, Bravo 4, Charlie.
So connected and bypass been inserted. Release parking brake.
Man, I'm all out of sorts here. Until we get all doors closed here. Alright, let's go and release the parking brake. Get yourselves pushed back here.
Pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright. Right engine to ground. Wait for 25. And we'll add fuel. Do alt off here. So 54, so 174. Alright. Left starter. Ground ignition. Wait for 25.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Not yet, Red Sky. I don't have camera for that. Don't have money to buy one yet either, so. No formation flying. Just heading on the same airport here with everybody else, part of the Solaris group. Alright. What are we getting a master caution for? Let's see here. Fuel bleed, engines are on, APU bleeds off. Let's go to auto.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
APU bleed off. There we go. Now we're clear. Next light comes on. Alright. And let's pull up Avitown. Well, we'll pull up here. Airports. Pull up Orlando. So we can see where we're going to be taxiing here. Alright, let's give him a call. Orlando Tower, Solaris 1598, ready taxi with Foxtrot on board.
Solaris 1598, Orlando Tower, runway 17 right, taxi via Juliet, Golf, Hotel 1.
17 right via Juliet Golf Hotel 1 for Solaris 1598. Alright, so Juliet Golf Hotel 1. Perfect, no problem. Basically straight ahead here.
JetBlue 1150, you ready?
Alright, let's go and get my flaps down to
1150, fly
5.
heading 205, wind 2304, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
205 for takeoff, 1 left, JetBlue 1150.
And full left, full right, full down, full up. It's good there. Has to get that darkened. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna hug this airside here. Hold Juliet 3, and then we'll take a right on Juliet 3. Or you know what? We're gonna stay right here, go straight out onto Juliet Gulf. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Easier that way. Alright, this should be on both. Continuous on both of those. Logo light will come on. And wing light as well. Got a jet right off in front of us here. We gotta keep an eye on. So I should...
secured. Have a good flight.
Good evening, Solaris 5599, heavy runway 18 right line, up in weight traffic departing the parallel.
Alright, I'm gonna move off to here. I don't know what they're doing, they're just sitting there, so I'm gonna go around them. Cabin is secure, which means they're ready for takeoff.
Solaris 5599, heavy runway 18 right line, up in weight.
Line up and wait, 18 right, Solaris 5599 heavy.
Oh, marker sounds. I don't want any marker noises.
JetBlue 1150, contact departure. Solaris 5598, Orlando Tower behind, company on Juliet, runway 17 right, taxi via Juliet.
Alright, so that guy right there just got his taxi clearance. He's gonna follow behind us here.
Follow is company passing off your right wing right now.
I think.
Orlando Tower, Solaris 1599, ready to taxi 17 right with Foxtrot.
Solaris 1599, Orlando Tower, traffic to follow is company, exiting at Juliet 4, runway 17 right, taxi via Juliet.
Taxi via Juliet, and we'll follow company for 17 right.
Captain K-Man's gonna follow me out.
Solaris 5599, fly heading 205, wind 230 at 4, runway 18 right, cleared for takeoff.
205 on the heading, runway 18 right, clear for takeoff, Solaris 5599 heavy.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna get out of here
Orlando Tower, American
momentarily.
501, ready to taxi.
American 501, Orlando Tower, runway 18 left, taxi via Charlie, Bravo 1, altimeter 2994.
Got 747. Look at that. Look at that Solaris 747 right there. Look at that thing. Queen of the skies, baby. Alright, we're gonna go TARA now. Our weather on, terrain on.
Solaris 1598, you ready?
Solaris 1598 is ready to go, sir.
Solaris 1598, fly heading 160, wind 2304, runway 17 right, cleared for takeoff.
Fly, runway headed 160, clear for takeoff, runway 17 right, Solaris 1598. We're gonna go 160 once we take off here. Auto throttle active.
Solaris 5599, heavy contact departure, good night.
Alrighty, guys, let's get on out of here.
Over to departure, we'll see you, 5599 heavy.
Ooh, come on, where's the... There it is. Toga,
Solaris
let's...
5598, runway 17 right, line up and wait.
knots.
80 knots. We scooting along here. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
V1, rotate.
Oh yeah.
Positive rate.
Great, gear up.
1598, contact departure, good night.
Contact departure, Solaris 1598. Orlando departure, Solaris 1598, climbing through 1000 for 5.
Solaris 1598, Orlando departure, radar contact, good evening. Climb and maintain 16,000.
Climb maintain 16,000, Solaris 1598. 16,000.
Solaris 1598, clear direct Mateo.
Solaris direct Mateo, Solaris 1598.
And Solaris 1598, correction, clear direct Guano.
Clear direct Guano, Solaris 1598.
JetBlue 1150, contact Jacksonville Center 124.775, so long.
4775, JetBlue 1150.
All right. Taxi light comes off. Runway lights off. Those are good. Landing gears up. Landing gears off. Switches 1 and 2 can go to auto now. Let's make sure we're climbing here. Differentials climbing. Like cabin altitude. Yeah, it's barely climbing, but it is moving. Okay. All right. Let's see. Jacksonville Center will be next. We contacts. We're gonna go and program in that one. Bye, Orlando. Bye-bye. Nice to see you again. There's K-Man right there taking off. There he goes. There he is. Captain K-Man taking off. All right. Lots of ground traffic over there. Let's cross 10,000 feet here. Which we all know is the magic number where we can now go faster and we can turn off these lights. Logo and wing lights come off. Cabin pressurization, again, another check here. And it is climbing and is good, so fantastic. Isolation valve.
5599, heavy contact, Jacksonville Center 124.775, so long, happy New Year.
Over to center, 24.
Recall. Adjust track to match. Emitters, they'll go standard 18. All right, fantastic. Guys, do you have any questions? Now's a great time to ask. Don't forget.
5598, correction, Orlando departure. Radar contact, good evening. Turn right, heading 285, climb and maintain 16.
Sorry, I thought he was talking to me for a second. Don't forget, guys, you can go over to Discord. If you're not part of the Discord family, for free, you can go join Discord. Just follow that link.
And Solaris 5598, just confirm, climb and maintain 16,000.
All right. Got a long way to go. And a short time to get there.
Solaris 1598, contact Jacksonville Center 124.775, so long, happy New Year.
124.775, happy New Year to you as well, sir.
Southwest 4567, contact Tampa, approach 120.65.
Contact Tampa, approach Southwest 4567.
Jacksonville Center, Solaris 1598, climb through 14 for 16, check it in.
Solaris 1598, Jacksonville Center, climb maintain level 350.
Climb maintain 350, Solaris 1598. All right. Cleared the cruising altitude. Garage Red Wing, hello, sir. Ministerio Jehovah es Salvation. Sup? So we have 1,000 miles to go. That's going to be, see, 2:43 arrival time. So that's going to be about 2 hours in the air. So we're going to have about 2 hours in the air here. Before I didn't start my clock, but that's okay. 2 hours in the air. So plenty of time for interactions and questions, comments. If you guys haven't watched my channel update video, I highly recommend you check it out to talk about everything that happened in 2019 and plans for 2020. So if you guys have any questions about my plans for 2020, you can go and ask them. Pretty much, Luke. Yes, I am using a 4K version. I'm on a 4K monitor using a 1080 Ti, but it is scaled down to YouTube to stream to YouTube, 1920 by 1080.
Delta 698, cross Tegan out of maintain 13,000.
Hey Damon, welcome back. Roger Red Wing, thanks for the subscription, man. Appreciate that. It'll be my check airman tonight. Oh no. Oh no. Man, you should have seen the beginning. I was all out of sorts. That is because I was having issues with the X-plane starting up and being right. And that original stream crashed, and it was a whole ordeal.
Solaris 5598 Jacksonville Center, climb, maintain flight level 340.
The Atlanta Center's online. So we'll go over to them next. I don't know if anybody else is online north of them,
Southwest 118, clearance available, advise ready to copy. Ready to copy, Southwest 118. Southwest 118, clear to Orlando Airport via direct to Piglet. Piglet 6 arrival. Descend and maintain 1000. Orlando altimeter 29904. Clear to Orlando via direct Piglet with the Piglet 6 arrival and descend maintain 1000 and altimeter 29904. Southwest 118.
It's gonna check something
read that
here.
correct, clear direct Piglet. Federal Moon,
Let's see what.
British 1746, contact Miami Center 135.17. Miami 135.17, 1746.
Alright, and then we do have Boston.
Southwest 118, you have the runway yet or not?
Boston is online, and Boston Center's online, so that's good.
Southwest
New York Center's
118
online. Perfect. The only thing we don't have is DC Center. If we could get Washington Center to come online, that'd be great.
Jacksonville Center, November 33, Mike with you, 15,000.
What's the difference between a duck and the first officer? The duck has wings.
Jacksonville Center, Solaris 1599 out of 15,000 for 16,000.
Solaris 1599, Jacksonville Center, Roger. Climb, maintain flight level 370.
Duck can fly. Nice.
Heading on up to flight level 370, Solaris 1599.
Solaris 5599, clear direct to Broadster Zibo navigation.
1599. That is Captain K-Man, he's the owner and
Say that again
operator.
for Solaris 1599. Solaris 1599. I should just be advised of a similar call sign. Solaris 5599. Solaris 5599. Clear direct to Brutz. Resume.
1599. He's the owner and operator of Solaris Virtual Airlines.
Brutz for Solaris 5599 Heavy. Delta 698. Contact Miami Center 135.17. Southwest 118, contact Orlando approach 124.8.
124.8.
124.8, Southwest 118.
Long way to go. Short time to get there. Man, I gotta stop saying that.
Delta
If I
698, contact Miami
keep
Center
singing that, I'm gonna get
135.17.
copyright struck on that. Let's see. I have some music here that is from authorized to use on YouTube. So let's see if we can get that playing here.
Center of November 30, Mike, I'm holding here at 16,000. Want to see if I can go ahead and get on that to cruising altitude.
Number 33, Mike, climb maintain 16,000.
There we go.
Jackson, descended climbing 7052. I'm back, sir. Descended to flight level 340.
That's number 33, Mike, correction. Climb maintain for level 380.
Thank you, sir. 380, 33, Mike.
We are in Jacksonville Center right now, and we are ascending.
Takeoff Charlie Alpha 7052. Contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
Contact Atlanta Center in 132.975. Thanks.
Yep. I really like this song. You guys can hear the music, right?
Solaris 5598, clear direct, Patoy, resume on navigation. Number 2101 Golf Charlie, contact Atlanta Center 121.35.
12135, 1 Golf Charlie, good day.
There you go.
Jacksonville Center, Solaris 1614 with you, 12,000 climbing for 16.
Solaris 1614, Jacksonville Center, climb, maintain.
We are currently flying through Jacksonville Center airspace.
Up to 360 for Solaris 1614.
We've got about hour and 45 minutes to go to Boston. We'll fly through Atlanta airspace here in about 30 minutes.
To go.
1,000 to go. I use the Audio-Technica ATH M50X, I think is what they're called. They got bass in them. The mic button, that would be, for example, if on my yoke, which you can't really see. Hold on, let me see if I can. Alright, so I wonder if it's modeled. If I can get to it. I don't think I can. On the back of the yoke is a button that you press to actually contact via the ATC, but
Southwest 2263.
if for some reason that malfunctioned, you always need a secondary. So there's your secondary. You would actually take your thumb up there and you would press it. That's how you communicate. Cessnas have that on the right side for not first officers, for instructors to use. So, yeah, that's what the mic button's for. MX-20s. Well, I had the MX-50s. So, I don't know anything. Excuse me. I don't know anything about the 20s. I honestly haven't found anything that compared to the quality of the 50s. I've tried everything. I've tried. I've tried Sony's. I've tried. What do you call them? Start with a B. Bose. I've tried Bose. I've tried Dr. Beats or whatever you want to, Dr. Dre Beats or whatever you want to call it. Turtle Beach. Sennheiser. I've tried Steel Series, and I just have not found any that had the same quality that these Audio-Technicas have. No, so the EFB, this comes with the Zibo 737-800, so it comes default with it. It's not really an add-on per se. AviTab is a little add-on that you can add into it, which allows you to pull up charts and stuff, as long as you have a Navigraph subscription. Yep, very true, Damon, very true. Because the headsets they provide in the cockpit, I wonder if I could... Why is... Oh, you know what? It's stuck inside the... Yep. There we go. The headsets that they provide are terrible. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them, but it's terrible. They're terrible. Horrendous. Let's see if I can bring one up, show you guys what is in here. That's a good one. That's not what... No. See if I can pull it up. No, this is not going to be a good picture. There we go. There's a good one. Let me show you guys. There you go. Ah! There you go. There it is. You see that? That's what they have in the actual aircraft. Very uncomfortable to wear for a long period of time. But I do know some pilots that I follow actually bring their own headsets.
Southwest 551, Jacksonville, Center, clearance on a
What is going on? Hmm.
700.
What the heck?
South Brook.
Alright. What is Zibo? Zibo is, well, it's actually the beginning of a last name who modified the default 737-800 in X-Plane 11 to add more realism to it, to give it more functionality, like the actual aircraft. And so he made the 737-800 Zibo mod, which is free and free to anybody. It doesn't cost any money. So it's pretty awesome. Is it having connection problems again?
Southwest 551, clear to Providence Airport, Punta 2, departure, Bartol, transition then as filed, maintain 4,000. Departure, frequency with me, squawk 1005.
You good here? Okay. I'm just curious because we had a problem with it crashing on us earlier, and I'm seeing 109 current active viewers, and I know that's not true. So let's search the PA-28 this weekend. Fantastic. Good luck, fly loot. Have fun with that.
Southwest 551, read back correct. Expect runway 33 for departure. Advise ready to taxi. Runway 33, we understand.
Good. Yeah, you should have said it. Right, and that's I know that's not true. No, it's not true. Because if there was 73 people watching right now, I'd have a lot more chat interactions, a lot more likes. I'd be showing it elsewhere, and it's not. That's just not true. It happened on the last stream that crashed. It was fine, and then all of a sudden, like, spiked to like 100 and something, and then it just like crashed on me. So I think YouTube's having some issues. Okay. Sometimes your LNAV disconnects randomly. You know why / how to fix it. So that's interesting. So normally people have issues with their vertical navigation. The only thing I can think of, if you're having problems with your LNAV, and you say it's random, is it like perhaps possibly whenever you cross like a waypoint or something? Because what can happen is there's a discontinuity in your flight plan, and if you don't notice that, or like vectors or something, and when you hit that, it's just going to maintain your heading, and it's going to switch from lateral navigation to heading select. pink rose. What is that? Oh, you're talking about on the main flight display here? That right there, that's a waypoint. So that's actually a fix. And that's a, I know that's a, it's a fix. It's a radar fix, a GPS fix, so to speak, because it's a 5 digits. It has 5 letters, right? If it was, for example, only 3 letters, I would know it'd be a VOR.
Runway 33, taxi
So it's just a fix on the flight plan.
Runway 33, Hotel Charlie, cross runway.
Fixes have 5, VORs have 3. The right arrow. You talking about? Well, this is not the A320, but
Jacksonville Center.
you talking about this? That is the direction of wind. 265 at 97.
JetBlue 1150, contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
Any other questions, people?
Jacksonville Center, good night. Number 1142, whiskey, checking in flight level 350.
I'm back at 1142,
Middle
Jacksonville
of the
Center.
plane for the next fix.
JetBlue 1150, contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
Not sure exactly what you're talking about. Not there yet. Okay. Where do you enter the QNH 737? Right here, actually. So QNH should be under the HPA. So you switch the main to HPA, and then you adjust it from there. I keep it in inches because that's what we use in the United States. Raptor, thanks for the subscription, man. Appreciate that. And then the alternate altimeter. It's programmed using this knob right here. You just rotate it right or left, and you switch it from HPA to inches using that button right there.
Southwest 2132, cross Molly at a maintain flight level 350.
No problem. Let me ask you all this. As I move into 2020, if you watched my channel update video, you'll know this. I plan to make 100 videos, right? So that includes live streams. This year I'll end out with 76.
Jacksonville Center, Vision Jet 5255, Romeo 40 miles south of Charlotte. Level
Question for you though is,
November 5255, Romeo Jacksonville.
hello Andrew. Should I focus more on tutorials on my upload videos? Is that what y'all want to see? And if so, what aircraft do you want that on? Let me know. So I'm going to start creating my list so I can start knocking it out. Because as I mentioned in my update video, come summer, I'm going to be pretty busy.
UPS 2702, radar contact 100 miles south of Pensacola.
You just gauged the autopilot on the Zibo and the plane started to go left hard.
Southwest 551, wind 2406. Correction, wind 2606, runway 33, cleared for takeoff.
Not exactly sure what you mean. I've never had that happen before after I disconnected the autopilot. There could have been a lot of factors. Was your flight yoke or controls pushing your aircraft that way, your rudder? tutorial on the Zibo, the Flyflash at 320 and the 319. I already have some tutorials out there for those. Are you wanting them redone? Love a tutorial on Vatsim from startup taxi crews accepted to landing. Are you talking about like how to set up on Vatsim, how to connect, all that kind of stuff? Or are you talking about just like contacting tower and, you know, getting your clearance, going to ground, tower, approach, / departure, center, etc.? Sometimes your 737 doesn't want to turn on LNAV, but it goes into VNAV and does the same thing the other way around. It's weird. What I've found is ever have any issues with lateral navigation not wanting to go in, I'll just select heading select, and then I'll switch back to lateral navigation. Know that it's not going to work properly if you're facing the opposite direction exactly. So if you're like facing literally 360 degrees from where you're supposed to be going, I would use your heading bug to turn yourself around and then select lateral navigation. The comm side.
401 radar contact over Belvin's intersection.
And Jackson is Southwest 521 passenger 1000.
You get tons of short videos. So you're saying, Andrew, break up the tow list into like 3 different videos, basically, like I did with the Zibo, the Cold Dark Startup, and FMC programming, takeoff, the cruise, and then descent and the landing. You're happy with the connection, just what to say. Yeah, that's kind of difficult, honestly. I'm honest with y'all, it's kind of difficult to do, and let me explain why. Because if I do that, I would have to cover like all the different possibilities of like taking off runway heading, then turning to a degree, doing a SID departure. That's just on takeoff. I mean, there's a lot of different options that can happen when you're contacting ATC. I can give you like a normal flight, what you can normally expect, but that's not going to cover everything. Do I have a digital or disc version? I have digital, sir. Downloaded from Explain's website. Andrew says yes. Okay.
Evening, Delta 969 with you. We're climbing through 11,500, headed for 160.
Delta 969 Jacksonville Center, climb, maintain level 300.
Up to 300 from Delta 969.
Raptor M, in general, yes. So I will not lower my flaps until I am 10 knots below the flap extension speed.
250 with you at 32,000.
That's to make sure I don't accidentally overspeed, and I've seen other actual pilots do that. So I'm not sure if that's like an actual regulation or I don't know, but I've seen actual pilots do that.
250, maintain Mach 0.81 or greater.
FNC is difficult to understand, so tutorial setting up the FNC would be good. Another thing would be where to contact tower when approaching if there's isn't an approach frequency active. Okay. So Flyluke, I can answer the second part of that. First part, yeah, I mean I get that. That's going to be it. That would have to be something different. But the second part of that's really simple. Once you are actually established on the final approach is when you contact tower. Yes, sometimes they are posted on the dash. It's not on this. Well, actually, I take that back. It is on this one. That's the flaps extension. So flaps 1's 250 knots, bot 2, 250. 5, 250, 10, 210, 15, 200, etc. But that's maximum speed, and you don't want to drop it maximum speed. So I always drop it at least, wait till 10 knots below. So I won't drop flaps 1 until I'm at 240. Same with 2 and 5. 10, obviously, I'll be at 200, etc., etc. Always wait 10 knots below. Damon says, yes, it's real. So there you go. Alright, well, my music just ended. That's sad. I'm going to start it over, because I really like these songs. Freedom Air says I'm eating prison food right now. That's unfortunate. I've seen that stuff.
Solaris 5599, contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
So would you just say final and that, or first contact from a VFR flight is on final? What would you say? If I'm on IFR, let's say I was landing in Boston, which I will be later, and there was no other controllers on, and it's just
Solaris
tower.
5599, contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
It's not me. I would say
Over to Atlanta Center, 132.907, Solaris 1599. Thank you.
it's not what he's contacting, but anyway, Boston Tower, Solaris 1598 on final for runway 9er, or on a better way to say it would be Boston Tower, Solaris 1598 on ILS final for runway 4 right. And they'll give you clearance to land, and that's it. And then they'll taxi you in and all that kind of stuff. If you're a VFR aircraft, you'll enter in, once you enter the pattern, you would contact tower. So if you're entering in a downwind for, right downwind for runway 12 or whatever, you would just contact tower and be like, you know, Albany Tower, Cessna 173 Foxtrot on downwind for runway 7. And then they'd be like, all right, you know, continue downwind, blah, blah, blah. They'll give you instructions from there, so.
Level 380.
Up to 380, Delta 969.
What exactly is VATSIM? VATSIM is the Virtual Air Traffic Simulator. I think it's what it's supposed to stand for. Basically, it's a huge online network. Yes. 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 I'll say it again. Yes. ATC never, ever, ever tells the pilot what to do in the cockpit. They will give you directions, they will help you, but they will never tell you to extend your flaps or anything. That's very true. Virtual Air Traffic Simulation Network. There you go, Leroy. Thank you. SQ Pilot. Is Solaris a VA? Yes, it is. Solaris is a virtual airline. Find more information at solarisva.org.
Number 55, Romeo Jacksonville Center, go ahead.
55 Romeo is running low on fuel. Would like to divert to Savannah if we can.
Number 55, Romeo, Roger, say the airport one more time.
Savannah, Sierra Alpha Victor.
departed Glasgow's Tower airspace and was referred to Glasgow radar, then contacted Edinburgh Tower and was like, Edinburgh. Well, if you have flight following...
5255 Bravo, Roger.
If you have flight following...
For now, to set upon discretion, maintain
Or
40.
if you're in a controlled airspace, like a Bravo or something like that, then you'll have to maintain a squawk and you'll have to maintain contact with the controllers. So that's possible that even with VFR, you're going to have that contact.
Jacksonville Center, Roger.
X-Plane is not multiplayer, but VATSIM does allow it to be multiplayer, and the fact that other aircrafts are flying around you. It does, but it doesn't work, Raptor M. Trust me, it's a peer-to-peer. And trust me, I've tried to get it to work, it just doesn't. It's one of the most difficult things.
Jacksonville Center, good evening. United 1120, with you 15,000 from 169.
United 1120, Jacksonville Center, calling maintain flight level 340.
Up to 340, United 1120.
November 55, Romeo, descend to maintain flight level 200. 200 for headroom.
I hope Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 has a
Solaris 5598, contacts Atlanta Center 132.97.
132.97 for Solaris 1598. Atlanta Center Solaris 1598 at 350 checking in.
Rock call, flying contact Jacksonville 124.775. Bye-bye.
Alright, back over to Jacksonville, Solaris 1598. Jacksonville Center, Solaris 1598, back with you.
Solaris 1598, Roger.
Jacksonville Center, good evening, Airport 111.
Damon.
Party flight level 320, inbound Zibo.
I wish I was taking money from X-Plane. No, once 2020 comes out, I'm an insider for 2020, man. Once it comes out, and it meets my expectations, I'll be switching over to it. Oh yeah, I'm going all the way, man. It'll be another hour and a half.
November 55, Romeo, press available. November 55, Romeo, clear to Savannah Airport via direct Savannah, VOR correct. Descend to maintain 1000. November Romeo, clear to Savannah, direct Savannah, VOR direct 1000.
Hello, EKG, or EXG, ARCs. Show them head movement
Romeo, read back correct.
when you
Savannah,
change frequency.
925.
I mean, looking down,
Southwest 551, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
because I have a here.
American 1142, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
I have a Logitech panel here for my radios.
American 1142, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Fly Luke, my recommendation, if you're using X-Plane, use X-Pilot and use CSL's Bluebell package with the
So it's
offset.
5598. If I haven't already, contact Atlanta Center. Actually, step in.
I don't like flying at night, but it just, since I fly real time, it ends up being that way. Because I basically stream at night. Extreme Thunder was fantastic. Sounds like fun, SQ Pilot. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Solaris 5598, contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
55. I do plan to do a international flight flying over the pond. I just don't know exactly when that'll be.
Delta 3438, Jacksonville Center, Roger.
Let's see what the weather is. Let's see what the weather is in Boston. That's not bad. 1.8 statute miles visibility. So I'll probably have to do a Cat 3 landing.
Solaris 1598, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Radar service frequency change approved. Going over the comms. Solaris 1598. Appreciate it. All right. So winds aren't bad. It's only 18 knots. But yeah, visibility sucks right now. But I could do a Cat 3 approach on that. No big deal. No big deal. So SQ Pilot, there's actually a new thing. SAM, SAM, Simulated Airport Movement, came out with a new World Jetway thing that you can install that automatically makes all jetways function like AutoGate, like SAM, etc. I've had both success and not success with it, but it is a new plugin out there. What international airport am I close to right now? Let's see here. Not really close to any. Myrtle Beach would be the closest one. Yeah, KMYR, Myrtle Beach. I am flying IFR, yes. So I went outside the so I'll show you guys. There's not a controller on for the DC area. So I'm flying outside of Zach's is Citrus Control. And there's no current DC Washington Center online. So I switch over to Unicom 122.8. And then I'll pick back up once I go back into New York. So, got a gap here in coverage today. So that's what that was about. Yes, I can get the air bridges to connect to me if I had SAM activated. I currently don't because I was having some issues with it. Well, yeah, well. That was Sky Vector. Not Sky Vector. That was Vatastic. What buttons do I have bound to the honeycomb switches? I don't have any for airlines for like the lights and everything or anything on the main panel. I just have flaps and flaps, trim, and speed brakes assigned to buttons on the top of the joystick. My push to talk on the yoke, and then also a autopilot disconnect. Ron, I have no idea. I don't use X-Life. That's not funny, Raptor M. I mean, if that's what you got, it's what you got. I do recommend the honeycomb yoke. It's fantastic. Just Google Vatastic. I use Vatastic version 2. It's free online. Use an Extreme, yeah. Hey, I used to use an Extreme 3D Pro. I used to. But if it's what you can afford, it's what you can afford, man. I'm not one of those guys who are like, oh, you only have that, you only have that. It's not me. Because to me, it's honestly, having a nice yoke and stuff is nice. But if you can fly well with it, then great. I mean, then use it. That's just my opinion. Fly Luke, I would. What's that? I got a noise here. Like a notification, but I don't see one. Okay. Yeah, don't get SATEC. Don't waste your money. No, there are zero dead zones. In fact, I will prove that right now. Go bright here. Zoom in. See if I can. Hey, Flight 23, new channel, love it, fantastic. Glad you love it, man. See if I can get you the camera here. All right, so pay attention to the yoke here. Now it is on autopilot. So now I just disconnected from autopilot, but notice, look. Notice that? I know, I know. So I did that just for you. Yeah, they already kicked me out, SQ Pilot. They already kicked me over. I told you, the honeycomb doesn't have a dead zone. It doesn't. I can put so much little control and detail into my controls now with the honeycomb. It's fantastic. Great. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Raptor. I am shooting for that 2,900 mark before the new year. Yeah, so it's... Here I go again. What I do for science. What I do for science. Alright. Watch. Yeah. See that? Yeah. Science. Yes, I do have a Discord. You can join it for free. There's the link for you, sir. Of course, all you guys, don't forget that when you subscribe, also hit the bell notification icon, because if you don't, YouTube will not notify you when I go live. Just FYI. Yeah, no yoke except for the Yoku or whatever, it's like $700, has actual force feedback. All the other yokes are lower than that. Are based off of a spring system, to where the more you push, the more it resists. So SQ Pilot, I used to have a CX Products yoke until I gave it away. So no hard feelings. I had it for 2 years. It's default, man. Flight 23, it's default. The honeycomb yoke default. I have not changed a bit of sensitivity on the yoke itself. Yeah, the Yoko, that's what I'm talking about, or gaming. Yes, thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Chris Guy. I remember the name Chris. But it could have been another Chris. I don't know. That's up to you, Fly Yoke. I have CH Products rudder pedals that I use. I use a Thrustmaster HOTUS control for my throttles. So there you go. Mix and match. I'm saving money for the Bravo throttle quadrant that Honeycomb's gonna be releasing, which I am so excited for. So excited for. Oh, let me turn off this dome light. Don't forget, guys, you can support me financially if you want to. You can go over on Patreon, patreon.com/MNFlightClub, for as little as $3 a month. Help support me, allow me to get things like this honeycomb yoke that I did a unboxing of and a review of versus my CH Products yoke. Aircraft like the Tolas A319, the 320, 757, 767, all those things, the RJs that you want me to do all these tutorials on, that I have done tutorials on. I am only able to do that because of you and your support and your financial support. Without your financial support, I would not be able to afford that. I have a very strict budget. So, anyway. So, yeah, if you want to support me, patreon.com/MNFlightClub. $3 a month is the minimum. Or you can do a one-time donation over on Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/MicahMesser1. All right, I love talking about money. They say the Honeycomb throttle will be released in Q2. Q2, so the second quarter, so you're looking at summertime. Damon, the Bravo throttle, the Bravo throttle. It's going to be the same company made the Honeycomb yoke is making the Bravo throttle. So the Honeycomb yoke actual name is the Honeycomb Alpha Yoke and Switch Panel. That's the official name. They're also making the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant. So once that comes around, yeah. Hour and 15 minutes out. The Honeycomb Charlie rudder pedals, they might. They might. No. Ryan, you're wrong. You know why? Because the Bravo throttle quadrant has autopilot buttons included in it on the top of it. Now, if they make anything else, it'll be a radio, like a radio stack with like, kind of like what Satec did, but like probably larger with separate things. What is crew 02 at? I don't know. Don't know. Yep, it is. The Bravo throttle quadrant, man, it's gonna change the entire thing, man. It's got a trim on there, it's got flaps on there, it's got gear on it. I mean, it's like fully loaded, ready to go. Jasmud, if you save your flight and you load it again, it's going to lose all of its configurations, and that is X-Plane being X-Plane, and there is no fix for it. SQ Pilot donated $1. Thank you so much, SQ Pilot. Love your channel. Keep up the good work. Would you mind if I flew on Vatsim with you? Go ahead. Go ahead and jump in. As long as you don't actually, like, run into me and stuff. As long as you abide by Vatsim rules and stuff, go right ahead. The crew 02. Oh, yeah. So, so my oxygen mask is down here. Co-pilot's is right there. And then if I want to drop some, get the levels up here, and I can give passenger oxygen using this switch there. Take the SR-71 up. Yeah, you could. Oh, let me ask you guys this. Let me ask y'all this. One second. Sorry. Let me ask y'all this. So I'm a ground controller at Portland, on Vatsim. Would y'all like to see live streams of me doing ground control? Does it actually have levels? Oh. I don't care. I don't think you can't even load it up, so I don't know what you want to do. I can't change that. Yes, ground control. Unless I can do it in here somehow. Yeah, I can't do maintenance. So I just have failures. So I can't do anything about how much oxygen's in there. Yes, 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 yeah, I'd love it, of course. UPS ground in the airport. So it's not real. It's not real, guys. I'm not a real controller. I'm a Vatsim controller. Okay, so Portland International Ground in Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Vatsim controller. I'm a ground Vatsim controller. I wouldn't be able to actually live stream a real control. Can't do that. That violates FAA regulations. But I can Vatsim it. Golf Bravo, take us here, Juliet, Portland Ground. Good evening. Go and squawk 1613 for me, sir. So in the U.S., you would be, no, I'm not not a real life controller. No, I'm not. You would contact, you'd be like, Portland Ground, this is November 173 Sierra Alpha on the South Apron with the information kilo. And that's it. Because if you're in a Class Bravo, which is what Portland is, airspace, they're going to have to give you a squawk. So it'll be like, squawk 1613, like you just said, squawk 1613, Golf Bravo, Tango Sierra Juliet. Then it'll be like, Golf Bravo, Tango Sierra Juliet, contact me when ready to taxi. That's it. Once you're ready to taxi, you'd contact me and say, ready to taxi. Golf Bravo Tango Sierra Juliet. Golf Bravo Tango Sierra taxi runway 10 left at Echo via Whiskey Alpha. And then you taxi and then say Golf Bravo Tango Sierra Juliet contact tower on 123.775. Good day, sir. And boom, that's it. VFR is really easy. VFR is really easy. And I'd make sure you're in mode Charlie before you left the ramp. United 223, that's spot 7, ready to taxi. If you were United, you would have already called for your IFR clearance. Well, so in the United States, we don't use QNH. Right, we use altimeter. We use barometric pressure, not HPA. So we use inches. We use it in inches. SQ pilot, I would have to have your actual routing and stuff to give you a clearance. And I'd have to know the departures and everything. Didn't know which mode Charlie was. Told him he still didn't know what it was. The easiest way to explain it is, it's basically you're turning on your transponder to actually transpond, to actually transmit your squawk code. That's basically what you're doing. Mode C is you're actually turning it on to transmit. You could say altimeter, but it's best if you just, because if you've gotten the altimeter, it means you've already listened to the ATIS. So best thing to do would probably just have, say, information, whatever. That way you're letting me know that you've read all the information. So you're, because in the ATIS it has NOTAMs, notice to airmen's in there. So things like, closed taxiways. There's birds in the area, etc., etc., and it's best to know all the information before you start trying to taxi and take off. So it's better if you have the information code. So yeah, so clearance, yeah, so absolutely, we are starting to move that way. Obviously in Vatsim, the only way that we do that would be what we call a PDC, which is what we call a pre-departure clearance. And that's what I got actually in Orlando. Basically what it'd be is it's a text block that has all the information that I would need to know for my clearance. Alright, Fly Luke, later. Have fun. Thanks for stopping by, sir. Let's see how far we are out. 448 miles. 240, so an hour. Got an hour. That's because I'm zoomed in. There's more. I'm checking out. I'm looking where on the big map. Okay, we're about halfway between. We're in the middle of a dead zone right now. So probably another 45. Another 30 minutes before we pick up New York Center. Oof, Boston. Boston. Lots of weather up in Boston. Nope. Currently flight to Leza. Then Sierra Bravo Yankee, probably soybean or something like that. Vils, Jonah. Then we're going to be flying over JFK. G-Pole, News, Ball, Ralph, and ORW is our transition into the approach. Out, PVD, Cran, and then we'll be vectored into the final approach, which will start in Naboo. Currently, that's what I have in there. That may change here. Let's see. If we are... Let's check this out real fast. Boston... Sorry. Boston. Boston has an ILS Cat 3. On 4 right / 33 left. I'm expecting they're going to put me at 4 right. And that's because right now winds are at 080. And even though there is a runway 09, for example, that would be more into the wind, it doesn't have ILS. And considering the conditions right now are below 2 miles visibility, they're going to push us on an ILS approach. So I'm pretty much expecting we're going to be running on 04 right. So if you look at our arrival here, which way is it? I don't remember what our arrival was. Is it ocean or what was our arrival? You'll see. I'm on K Boston. ORW7. Orwich 7. So we can see here our actual route in here. We can verify the information, which we're going to have to do later on anyway, so might as well go ahead and do it now. Uh, 270 below. They will 230. Let's see, Norwich, VOR, Providence. Let's see. Yeah, so we're actually going to be at 250 knots at 11,000 here. And then we are going to expect Cran, so it'll be 270. That's interesting that they speed you up. I wonder why that is. Alrighty. Can you explain to me what Vatsim is? You keep forgetting. Vatsim is the virtual air traffic simulation network. I should have ATC and other people around you. Or right is Boston's most common runway. That, I believe. 9 is never used for landing most of the time. Believe that. Did New York Center go offline? I hope not. They did. Blast it. New York Center went offline. So we're going to be without a controller longer. Sad. Sad day. All right, Brandon. Hello, welcome. Sitting into Memphis. How does your flight go so far? Any issues? By the way, Brandon, word of advice. I did hear you on the radio. Your mic is really quiet, so you might want to turn that up. Future reference. Oh, yep. Yep, you're 5598. See, I'll pull up the radar here so you can see ya. There he is. There's Mr. Brandon. No issues. Fantastic. Just make sure you're communicating, because looks like we got Deltas coming in to Memphis here in front of you. Shouldn't be an issue for you, Brandon, though. You should be on the ground way before you get there. But don't know if any of these guys are departing. Make sure you're on that Unicom. Nah. Yeah, you're a little quiet. All good in the neighborhood. You can see, this is me. So I'm still... New York Center was right here, so I would have switched over to the New York Center here, but they went offline. So, no New York Center. But my route is going to take me straight over JFK, and then it's going to turn me out about like this. So it's going straight up JFK, then out like this, and then we'll come in the 4 right. That's the plan. Yep, we're headed to Boston. Sorry about that, guys. My mother called and kind of have to answer your mother. Our next waypoint is Ville's current weather in Boston. As you can see that here. We got winds at 19 knots, coming at 80. 080 at 19, altimeter 2996, visibility is 3 statute miles. So it's cleared up a little bit since last time. Yeah, the Dulles Tower came online, but don't have center, and that's who I would be contacting. It actually does make sense, and I'll show you guys why I say it should make sense, at least to bring up sky vector here. Boston, layers. Oh. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Alright. Alright, so here's the weather in Boston. This is the actual radar with the VFR underneath. So you got some here, but it's right now, currently, it's kind of broken. That's not going to stay that way, but it's going to keep, changing or whatever. Let's see. We are not too far from top of descent, actually. $122 miles top of descent. So I've already done most of my pre-stuff. I do need to add that in there. That's already on. That's already set. We're good. We don't have the frequency in. Yep. Thunderstorms moving east, so I expect to be hit by them. Bring up Abby tab here again. Again, I'm not expecting that we're going to put us on the 4 right here. So I can kind of expect, go ahead and expect that, so I can put our frequency in. Maybe make that active. 1,700 feet will be our fly slip intercept altitude, so we'll set that. Since we're going to be probably doing a Cat 3 landing, I'm not going to worry about putting in a minimums, because there's no minimums on a Cat 3. Go around altitude will be 3,000. You're directly to my left on radar. You guess my call sign. Well, considering left, could technically go all the way around the world. You did say directly, so... I'm going to guess you're American 2216. Be wrong on that, though.